What is the difference between high performance driving and advanced driving? And how good do you think you are behind the wheel? Well, I'm back with Paul Ripley. Don't let the old man facade fool you. He may look like a mild-mannered grandad, but he's an absolute demon behind the wheel.
Because you're fast, doesn't mean to say you're good, okay?
Have you had your snooze, old man? And have you got your tenement ready?
What a dick.
Roll the video!
An advanced driver is someone that plans and they've got a good source of vision, the fluid, the smooth, they prep the car, they prep the journey, and they're thinking 10 steps ahead of the normal driver. It's hard to be an advanced driver. You've got a lot of things to go through, and once you're qualified, you never stop learning. It's about progression every day, being as best as you can be the next day, and constantly trying to improve on not only the journey, but the driving experience.
Paul, how does high performance driving and sort of advanced driving differ? What's the differences between them both?
Basically, advanced driving is a great thing to get into, without a shadow of a doubt. The police level is way above what we know as civilians of advanced driving. It's another level entirely. But at the end of the day, the high performance driver is basically the way you think about driving. It's another level of performance from the driver. That is what high performance driving is all about. And it's not about driving fast. It's another level of performance from the driver. And that people get this wrong impression about you drive like ape shit everywhere because you've got a high performance car. To be frank with you, I've driven high performance cars. You know, when you do all the training with Lotus, with Aston Martin, with JLR, with...
Well, you're telling us you are, you? You've got some
Absolutely.
right skills.
You know, and there's like, you know, Bentley and Rolls-Royce and Hyundai over in South Korea. We've done a lot of training with these epic test drivers. But the one thing they learn pretty quickly is how to drive slow as well as drive fast. And that discipline factor is absolutely crucial to be an overall great driver, a high performance driver. Let's call it high performance safety, high performance thinking, high performance acting. That's the way we need to be delivering it when we drive, every single drive.
One thing we've just gone past now is some good bends, but there's also signs as well. Not a lot of people read the signs that are on the side of the road. They don't read the chevrons, they don't read the road markings, the road layout in general. How important is that to look at the road and think, right, I can't see my limit points, I'm going to pull my speed back. Look, there's a sign there, I've missed that sign. I haven't seen this. What's the speed limits of this location?
Yeah.
Is there any speed limits?
Yeah.
What are you actually looking for? What are people wanting to do with a vision at that time? You've got to get your signs, you've got to get the knowledge of where you are. And if you've got no speed limits, what should you do?
I think every driver can strive to be the best, but if they want to be the best, they have to go through certain criteria. And that is every time when they sit in the car, before they turn the engine on, they're thinking to themselves, right, this is going to be the best drive I've ever done. And how do you do that? And you're creating that consistency. Even a gear change, we don't want to feel any sort of bangs and rattles in the car, that kind of thing. Smooth application of the brakes, when you're applying the brakes, and also when you release the brakes, this kind of thing. And smooth with the steering inputs, this kind of thing. So you're trying to create a flow, like turning a tap on and the water just flows, and your driving should be just like that. We need to understand that we need to start reading the road, almost like you'd read a book, or you know, you'd look at a map, that kind of thing. You're reading the road, using these traffic signs and road markings as an incredible source of free information, because to tell you about what's happening down the road in front of you, and you're just ignoring it. That knowledge it gives you, and that insight it gives you, get using it in your advanced observations, your advanced planning. And what am I going to do about it when I see that sign? Link it with a mirror check for rearward situational awareness. That's what to get involved and get engaged in your driving. And that's what it's all about, Ben, really.
Why do some drivers then have really bad attitudes, and why does that affect the driving?
To be frank with you, Ben, we get skill rammed down our throats as drivers. When you're learning to pass a driving test, it's all skill-based. We need your knowledge acquisition, yes, of course we do. But at the end of the day, no one talks about the capital A, attitude. And it's the biggest single thing that controls what you're going to do. It's a potent force in the way you act and react when you see things out on the road. People pisses you off. What you want to do, you want to go teach them a lesson. Come on, wake up. It's not about that. It's about injecting the safety at all times. That's what advanced driving, and more importantly, high performance driving is all about. Get that attitude, the way that you behave behind the wheel, and control your emotions, because if you don't control your emotions, you're always going to be controlled by your emotions. You can't be going there, okay? You've got
a bad attitude. You didn't make me a bacon sandwich this morning when I got to your house.
True. And give yourself a score out of 10 at the end of every drive, and think to yourself, what stood out on that drive? How did it affect other road users? And how could it have been safer? That's what it's all about.
How do we think about hazard recognition? So I know how I'd do it if I were on a pursuit or if I were on a blue light run. But again, you've got trees, bushes. How do you think about hazard recognition? And does it have to be as close as the danger, or does it have to be more far away that's the danger?
I think with our eyes, aim the eyes eye, keep the eyes moving, you need to look into the far distance and then gradually work your way back. When you see a hazard, differentiate that hazard. Is it a potential danger, or is it an actual threat to my safety? Can the hazard move, let's say like a vehicle or a dog off a lead? Look beyond the hazard itself and find out what its situation is and how you can best define how you're going to approach it on approach. Once again, advanced observations, doing it that way and looking for hazard recognition. And it's all about that eye, keeping those eyes moving, checking your mirror every time you see something, get in that mirror to see what's going on behind you. And look, now I'm coming up to a left-hand bend to the left here, and I'm looking for cross views on the left-hand side to see what's happening on the approach to the bend. Stationary vehicle directly in front of me, checking mirror, position, speed and gear. Got the gear, clutch up smoothly on the power just to balance the car through the curve. Then picking the eyes up again and aiming them as far as I can to see what's going on, what's coming on up ahead. Hazard lines prevailing in the road, oncoming vehicle slightly over my line. I'm just giving him a headlight flash to let him know, show him that I'm there. A visual warning of my presence. Once again, just balancing the car through the curve. As the curve opens up, and it's clear to do so and safe to do so, using your power to accelerate, engage with the car and engage with what's going on around you. If you can spot hazards earlier, you're always going to create more time to know how to react. And it helps your anticipation, it helps the assessment as you're closing in on the hazard as to what speed you're going to carry into that hazard. That is crucial. So linking your visual scanning with your advanced planning, that's the way to do it.
So we are pushing the limits now, we're stepping it up, we're not back to basics, we're pushing the car, we're not performance driving, but we're getting there, we're getting as aspects. But when people say to me, what's hazard? Well, you can have someone with a dog at the side of the road that's 100 metres away from you, and then you can have a Porsche that's a mile in front of you coming your way at 150 mile an hour. What's the biggest danger? What do I need to react to most? Is it the dog on the lead, or can I see the Porsche coming at 150 miles an hour, it's a mile away? What's going to be the most impactful thing? So a hazard doesn't have to be just there in front of you. No. It can be a mile down the road and you can see it coming, but it depends what it's doing, where it is, how fast it's going as well. Last but not least, how important is mindset to create your difference in driving? Some people just get in the car and want to drive angry, don't they? They do, but and that's it. Mindset, the number one key factor in safety, period. Right? Get control of your mindset, the way that you think and feel, how you react, your ego, your personality. Get off that ladder in your mind that you're a demigod behind the wheel. Nobody's that good. At the end of the day, it's all about safety. So if we can train our mind and train our brain to be better, if you like, more compassionate on the road, that's what we need to be doing as drivers. And there's no doubt about it, mindset is a key controller of how you respond to things on the road. Get safety implemented in your mind and into your driving prowess, and just inject that safety at every situation, every circumstance that you possibly can. And it works like wonder. It's just a magical thing to have. Simple as that, Ben.
Drivers need to improve consistency, because there's a lot of people that just drive a car from A to B and they use the car as a vessel, and that's all it is. It's just, I don't know what kind of car I've got. I've bought a brown car, it's got some sort of engine in and 4 wheels, and all they do is get from A to B, use it to pick the kids up and get the shopping. Where what you should do is every day you get in the car, you should think, this is a test, this is like my driving test. I need to be able to get from A to B as best as I can do. And the consistency that you're putting into that every day improves your driving standards all the time.
So one of the things you did then, you flashed the driver in the van, let him know you were there. We have people that come up behind us, get right close to his arse, flash, move out of the way, I'm more important than you. I always say when I run duty, do not react. It's far easier to indicate and pull into the side of the road and let these idiots past than it is to try and put your foot down, outpace, outdrive. It's always easier to latch on the back of someone and drive their drive than it is to outdrive that person as well. So it's easy just to pull over and ignore them. Don't get involved in road rage and think about your mindset. Back to what we're saying then about mindset again. NEXTBASE putting out some cameras towards Christmas. Look for some Black Friday deals. Look for obviously the discounts below, and that's because what happens is adults act like kids behind the wheel as well.
Absolutely.
Everyone's a kid at heart. We all love cars. We all love engines. Please, please, please drive safe when you're on the roads. Thank you for watching. If you like videos like this, like, follow, subscribe, and we'll see you soon. Paul, anything got to say?
See you next time. Be safe.
I love it. See you later.